I'm here to tell you that they are not triggering you on accident. It's not an accident. They're triggering you on purpose. They're at a point in their life to where they're bored, they have nothing going on, and they have time to make other people's life miserable because misery loves company. They know exactly what hurts you and they want to use it against you. Um, this is not by accident. This is not in the heat of the moment. A lot of this stuff is intentionally. That's manipulation. Um, you need to get from around these people. What they try to do is they'll try to trigger you with something that they know hurts you, and then they disguise it as miscommunication and say, oh, I didn't mean it like this, or you know I feel like you took it the wrong way. No, you didn't take it the wrong way. You heard it how you heard it. um and a lot of people are just, like I said, they're bored, they're fucking evil, and they're miserable, and so they want to make other people's lives miserable. I don't go around people because I feel like people love to gather information just to use it against you at some point. People literally have a fucking notepad, a notebook, and it's like, oh, he don't like this, he don't like that, he does this, he does that. You got to keep a lot of things to yourself because a lot of people are out here rage baiting. They're just trying to piss people off just to get a reaction. Don't fall victim. They push your buttons and they call you too sensitive. This happens a lot with family because they know what hurts you. They know what makes you happy. They know what they know every button to push. Um, they stir the pot. All they do this for is just to get a reaction. This is their whole goal. Once they get a reaction, they play victim like you're the problem. And this is all gaslighting. This is why I don't like being around people. When you're around people who have things going on in their life, they don't have time for bullshit like this. But if we being real, a lot of people don't have any extra curriculum activities going on. They go home after working a job that they hate, and also the job hate them, so it's mutual. And then they fucking try to come up with some escape, whether it be video games or smoking or drinking. But really, they don't have any. They're not working toward anything. They don't have any fulfillment in life. And so their fulfillment is going to the workplace or going to the grocery store or going anywhere that they could to make other people's lives miserable. And now with the cell phone, everyone wants to pull out their phone just to get a reaction. We live in a prank era where, everyone just want to get a fucking reaction from someone. Um, I hate being around people because this is all people try to do. And they love to bring up your past to control your present. This again, family, people people who know what you've been through. They know exactly what you healed from. They know that it took you a while to get to where you are, but now they want to bring it up and use it against you and throw it in your face just to break your spirit again and again and again. All because they didn't want to heal. All because they have time on their hands or they're bored. Most people are miserable. Most people, they could come to work, they could go wherever they want, and they put on a mask and they try to cover it up. But when you really talk to people, most people are miserable. They're sad, they're depressed. And I get it. We live in a time now where it's hard. Life is hard. But I think people just become victim to, feeling like, well, if my life is hard, I'm going to make it hard for everyone else. This is why you can't be around people. You ever been around someone who start an argument? Um, and this is like they just love to fucking argue again for a reaction. And then me being a person that I am, I would tend to walk away, and they want to argue even more. Not because they want to fix anything, but because chaos keeps you connected, and they know that peace will set you free, so they don't want to let you go. They want to hold on to chaos, and I'm a victim of this myself. I've held on to things because the chaos kept me connected, not because I wanted to be connected, but because the trauma, the chaos, the everything kept me connected to that person. um and 9 times out of 10 they know that if you find peace, you would leave. But what they love to do is they continue to bring up old things or problems, negative situations, nothing ever good, because at one point that's all you guys connected through was chaos and problems, and just, and that's what they want to keep you connected with. And I'm at a point now to where I've moved on from chaos. I love peace. I love serenity. I love being happy. And a lot of these people you just can't be around because they don't know what peace is. They don't know what happiness is. Um, Also, what they do is they use passive aggressive comments to cut deep. And it sounds like a joke, but it's meant to sting. And it sounds innocent, but it's laced with disrespect. This is a lot of people that you're around. You go to the workplace, everyone's fucking joking around. And I got this dude I work with where he's always trying to camouflage a joke through disrespect, and then he quick to say, I'm just playing. And that's fine if you're gonna play like that, but I don't play like that. Um I don't want to be on the other end because it's just not the way I joke. At one point I did, but I always ask him, I'm like, why do you feel that it's okay to joke with me if I'm not reciprocating your fucking joking? You know, like why do you, and it's disrespect. And he try to mask it, he try to camouflage it in a way where it's like, oh bro, I'm just joking. No, you're not joking. Family does this a lot, and the one thing I would never understand is how, coming from a poverty stricken, background, knowing, you would go to school with holes in your shirt, mismatched socks, and smelly, man. I mean, I couldn't shower. And we had to hear these jokes from other students saying, Chris, damn, look like, you went holy, all these jokes. And I got to laugh that shit off. But really, I don't have any control over this. Really, I'm hurting on the inside. Like, damn. And people fucking grow up knowing this, right? And they still continue to do the cycle. Mainly people that look like me, my type of people, black people. I mean, we love fucking joking at trauma or you know, for what? Like, at some point, it's like you got to get to a point and realize, like, yo, this person probably actually struggling with some shit. Like, we had a dude who couldn't eat lunch. He wasn't bringing lunch to his job and everything. So I would give him a sandwich, and everybody making fun of the situation like the shit funny, and he trying to laugh it off, but really he hurting. Like, yo, bro, why they cracking jokes when they know I'm in a situation where I can't bring food, and they know the situation. So, but yeah, you got to get away from people like this. Um, Love to disrespect you in front of people and try to camouflage that shit as a joke, like, oh, I'm just playing. And then when I start playing, now the shit ain't funny no more. Because we could play if that's what we doing, but the reason I distance myself is because I don't want to take that low road. But there was a point where, I mean, jokes was hitting, and now I done took crowd control, everybody laughing at you now. Now you embarrassed, and now I took it too far. Man, listen, I don't want to do that, but people really be trying to bring you out of your element. So I just stay away from people like that. And 9 times out of 10, everyone is like that. A lot of people, I'm not going to say everyone, but a lot of people are. Another thing they do is they study you, not to love you better, but to control you smarter. As time go on, people get more wiser, they get more creative, not for the good, but for the bad. Now it's, I'm gonna figure out a way to disrespect him without it coming across as, so, or I'm gonna, find a way to manipulate or gaslight them, but I don't want them to know. So I'm gonna, people become, they watch how you react, they watch what breaks you, they watch what silence you, and they use it against you. And this is my whole point of just kind of keeping to yourself with the new year coming in, 2026. Um, Forget a resolution. I mean, just focus on you, and just cut people off. Cut people off that's not good for you. Um, and I promise you, with the new year coming up, once you do that, you're gonna find yourself elevating so much higher. You're gonna be like, damn, it's a big weight off your shoulder. It's sad to see people just around people because they don't have anyone, or because they're bored. Fuck being bored. If they disrespect you, or if they trigger you and they bring reopening your wounds, your trauma wounds, you shouldn't be around them. Cut them off. Again, they triggering you on purpose. This is not an accident. Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Send this video to someone who could use it. And you already know I love y'all.